Welcome to the travFORUM at the lovely Hard Rock Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. I am Joe Pike, Senior Editor with TravelPulse.com, and I'm going to be your moderator for this discussion, which, by the way, is sponsored by Apple Leisure Group Vacations, the Dominican Republic Tourism Board, the Travel Alliance Media, and the Hard Rock Punta Cana. Joining us today are 14 hand-selected travel advisors, along with representatives from ALG Vacations, and we have a representative from the Dominican Republic Tourism Board. The purpose of today's discussion is to convince your clients of something that everybody in this room is already pretty aware of, and that's that the DR is as safe or even safer than most other Caribbean islands as of today, and is also offering pretty much the best value that I've personally ever seen come out of the country and perhaps out of the region in general. But don't allow me to convince you of that. I'm gonna have the experts do that. But before we do that, let's find out who they are. So I'm gonna have everybody just go around, just say who you are, what company you're with, and then just maybe say a little bit something about your experience in the DR, either visiting it or selling it in the past. So we'll start with Wendy.
Okay, good morning, everyone. So this is actually my second time. First of all, my name is Wendy Hookwater. I'm Senior Vice President of Marketing for Apple Leisure Group Vacations. And this is actually my second time in Punta Cana. Several years ago, brought my family here. We had a phenomenal time. The experience was exquisite, and I'm back here to continue to rebuild the confidence in the destination and talk about all of the great activities and excursions and experiences that families can have, that individuals can have, that couples can have. It is the #1 visited destination in the Caribbean. Apple Leisure Group Vacations actually has brought almost 2 million passengers over the years to this destination, and continues to have the reputation for bringing people back to experience the beaches, golf, resorts, all of the unique amenities that this destination has to offer. So looking forward to hearing about all of your experiences over the last several days and continuing to educate you so that you can continue to educate your customers to come back to this exquisite place. Thank you.
Hi, my name is C. Reyes. I'm a PR and communication manager for Apple Leisure Vacation. This is my first trip in the DR. I had a fantastic time with you all, our lovely travel agents, and thank you for coming to join our trip this trip. We had a lovely time, and I hope that you can go back with confidence and tell your client that this is perfect, fantastic beach destination, and we are here to assist you if you need any information from Tourism Board or from Apple Leisure Group Vacations brands. We always here, and I will give you my card later. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Marissa Costa. I'm a luxury travel advisor based in New York City and the founder of Amica, which is an organization that unites advisors from around the world to share information in a modern setting. I have been to the DR once before, and I had a fabulous time then, and I am having a wonderful time now, and we're looking forward to going home and sharing our experiences with our friends and family and clients back home.
Hi, good morning. My name is Susan with Susan PV Travel. I'm from Massachusetts, and this is one of the best destinations that our clients can come to at this time. This is my third trip here since June, so I did come right after the news broke out in early June, and the destination is wonderful. I think that the clients get a great value. We have beautiful beaches, and you know, the Dominicans are here to welcome everybody. So educating our clients that, you know, get on the plane, come, see what's here, and spend some of their money to help with the economics here.
Good morning. I'm Janet Haber with Simplicity Travel, and I have been selling the Dominican Republic for many, many years, way back when Apple Vacations started, a long time ago, selling their all-inclusive resorts. The Dominican Republic has constantly won the top destination in the Caribbean by Travel Weekly, and I'm very, very proud to send my clients, my weddings, my honeymooners, my families, and now even prouder now that I'm here to experience the warmth and hospitality of the Dominicans after this terrible, terrible event that has they have succumbed to in the recent fake news. We're happy to be here, and we're happy to say we're healthy, we're safe, and we're wonderful in the DR.
Okay, so what am I supposed to say again? Okay, no. So, good morning. My name is Paul Smith. I'm the co-owner and vice president of Travel Smiths. We're an agency in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. We've been in business for about 33 years. We pretty much focus on weddings, destination weddings and honeymoons. And that's kind of a large piece of our business. And the DR has always been a big piece of that. You know, it's interesting. Every time I come back here, and I've been here numerous times, I'm just constantly amazed at how beautiful the beaches are. If you're a beach person, this is a fantastic location. Also, you know, and I think Janet just said that you know, the warmth and the welcomeness of the Dominican people it's just phenomenal. We've had some great meals, seen some outstanding sights. You know, the hotels here are just fantastic. And one of the other things, it's like, hey, the DR's on sale. You're not going to see this again for a long time. You know, it's funny in the 24-hour news cycle, you know, which has pretty much crushed this island. You know, talking about trillions of dollars of losses. And people don't seem to understand that it's all been debunked by the FBI. You know, we're looking at people were hurt by our own news media. You know, it's companies like TravelPulse that have actually made it considerably better and put some information out there and doing trips like this down here to the DR to let people know exactly what's going on. Listen, I'm very thankful to be here. And listen, it's also great being able to share information with fellow folks in the travel industry. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
Hi, my name is Rasheen Regis with TravelTom, and we are based in Washington, D.C. metro area. This is one of the most popular destinations that we sell as an agency. I have traveled here with my husband as well as with our kids. We feel it's safe. We love the resorts that's offered here. We actually have, we do several destination weddings we have done here, and we continue to send our clients who are honeymooners, bachelor groups, bachelorette groups. They love coming here and what the resorts and the destination has to offer. And the country is beautiful. The beaches are amazing. The people, they're here to serve and please, and they welcome everyone that enters their country, which is very pleasing. And our clients go back and they're happy with what they see and what they experience inside the resorts as well as outside the resorts. So I look forward to being here and sharing our experiences as well as listening to what everyone else has to offer. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Molly Gay. I am an advisor with Be The Travel. We're affiliated with Departure Lounge, and we are based out of Nashville, Tennessee. This is actually my first time in the Dominican Republic, and I have been so impressed with, you know, all of the different hotels that we've seen. You know, like everyone's mentioned, the beaches are gorgeous, the people are welcoming. The food has been wonderful, and I think something that's really special about this country is that it truly, I feel like, has something to offer for everyone. I would send families here, I would send honeymoons here, I would send older couples here, I would send teenagers here. You know, all of the different resorts that we've seen are absolutely incredible and definitely have something to offer for everyone. So I look forward to coming back home and telling all of my clients about my experience and just how wonderful and safe and beautiful it is down here in the DR, and sending all of my clients this way.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Miriam Marmolejos. I'm the sub-director based in New York from the Dominican Republic Tourist Board. I just want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart because you came here to let your client that how is Dominican Republic. I want your experience to be the word out in the United States, and I know that all of your clients will believe you. So I really thank Apple Leisure Group, the Travel Alliance for being here, and definitely what you're gonna say is the thing that is the most important for us. People have to come here and see that what we have is the best things, that we, as Dominican Republic, we always has it all. So thank you so much for coming, and definitely this is going to be a great, great activity, idea, and the U.S. will know everything. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Tom Brousseau, president of Sensational Beach Vacations and Romance Travel Designers in Pewaukee, Wisconsin. And I've been to Dominican Republic many, many times over the years, and I've always found it to be an extremely welcoming destination. Obviously, the beautiful beaches and the gorgeous resorts. It's consistently a top seller within our company for destination weddings, honeymoons, family trips, friends and family getaways. So we're always promoting and we're always helping our clients understand why Punta Cana and the Dominican Republic is such a great value for them. I'm really proud to be a part of this group and participating in this forum. Looking forward to learning from each of you about how we can better educate our clients, how we can help them understand and separate the real information from the fake news, and make sure that they're confident and they can book their trip to the Dominican Republic many, many times over and come back to your great destination and see everything that you have to offer. Thank you.
Good morning, Trinae Thompson, Massive Travels from Newark, New Jersey. 4 years in the business. I am a travel agent and I sell groups, I sell weddings, and I have clients who are couples who love to come to the Dominican Republic. This is only my second time in the Dominican Republic in the past 5 years, and I was able to enjoy a much more detailed involvement with the people. What I find in the Dominican Republic is that the people here are very touching. Their stories, their personality, they have a formidable spirit, and they have a very great sense of determination as well as dedication towards the goals that they set for themselves. I felt really safe. All the resorts are very beautiful, and I thank TravelPulse for putting on this forum. Why? Because it was able to get the information out to us. I've met people here that don't know about a lot of the stories. A lot of people traveling from Canada, they're from Spain, they're from France. They haven't heard of some of the stuff that we are so absorbed in, and that has let the U.S. lead some of the decline. However, I think that this trip will help us to sell the product much better.
Hello, my name is Yolanda Jasmine Dora. I have a business named Journeys by Jasmine located in Bronx, New York. I have been a longtime lover of all things Dominican Republic for years. This has been my personal vacation home, so I feel it's an honor and a privilege to come back home and share with the clients at home that this is a totally safe destination. I would never sell anything I would not myself come to, and I feel totally confident that it is safe. The beaches are beautiful, the cuisine is amazing, and you have the opportunity to really immerse yourself in the culture of the Dominican Republic. I think this destination is wonderful for girls' trips, millennials, multi-generational trips. It's a vibe that gives off something for everybody. So I'm looking forward to participating in this forum and getting the word back out and bringing more business back to my home.
Good morning. I'm Trinae Kelly with Royalty Escapes Travel Agency. We're based out of Baltimore, Maryland. I've been to the Dominican Republic several times, and each time gets better just getting to know the people and the culture more. I've never felt unsafe here. Every experience is great. You know, we've learned so much during this time that I can't wait to get back home and promote for my clients to come back here and experience some of the things that I have. Thank you.
Good morning, Patricia Kobach with OK Travel in Chicago. I have been a travel advisor for the past 10 years, and I have been sending people to the Dominican Republic for this whole time as an agent. I think it's a fabulous destination. I have never stopped recommending it for my clients. Even when the news broke about all the issues, I was certain that this destination is safe. I would not be here if I didn't think the destination is safe. I am looking forward to going back home to Chicago and telling all my clients, come down, enjoy the beautiful place, enjoy the island, the people, amazing cuisine. There's nothing to be afraid of. This is a beautiful destination for honeymooners, families, destination weddings. Everybody can find something for themselves. Looking forward to the future. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Sheena Durzadin. My agency is I Am She Global. I'm based in Los Angeles, California. This is my first visit to the DR. I specialize in Africa and India and exotics, and a big part of why I wanted to come here is to be able to learn about a new destination to offer to my clients, also from the West Coast. You know, being able to offer something new as opposed to Mexico or some of the other destinations. And I think being an advocate for destinations and sharing all the beautiful, amazing things that can be done is really important in this role. And I, without a doubt, would recommend coming to the Dominican Republic. The people are amazing. I love culture, and there's so much here. The people are beautiful, they're warm, they're welcoming, and I've felt completely safe being here, and I think it's really important to put your own 2 feet on the ground and experience it for yourself and go back and share that with people. So I'm really happy to be here and really look forward to sharing the destination with my clients when I return home.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Gambino, and my agency is Elm Journeys, located in Metro Detroit. And as a frequent solo traveler myself, safety is really important to me. Immediately after arriving into the Dominican Republic, I had a transfer from the airport to the hotel by myself. And the driver put me at ease right away, asking me questions about my life, about where I'm from, telling jokes. The people are just so welcoming here, and I'm really excited to go home and restore my clients' confidence in this wonderful destination.
My name is Brandon Smith. I'm from 417 Travel in Springfield, Missouri. This is my 7th trip to the Dominican, 2nd time this year. And one of the things I used to always think with the Dominican and kind of describe to my clients compared to other destinations was, I'd say, well, it's a resort stay destination. You know, there's not as much to do outside the property as there is in Cancun or Playa del Carmen or other areas. And over my 7 visits, I've really seen the country evolve and change and learn more. In fact, on this trip, doing the Outback Safari, I think a lot of us would agree, in that 3 hours, I learned more about this country than I had in 7 visits previous to coming here. And I feel like as travel advisors, we can only keep doing what we're doing. You know, we believe in the destination. We know what the facts are, and we have to be ambassadors to the country as well. You know, some of the media reports and facts, the sad part is when they come out with a story, they might print a retraction 2 months later in a little bottom print, but they don't come out with a new story to tell the actual truth. So I feel it is our responsibility to do that, and I've never felt unsafe in the Dominican Republic. I know the impact that it has, not only, as Paul mentioned, financially, but the number of jobs lost, families, that are affected. The school that we help support, maybe those parents can't take that kid to school today because they have to go find a new job. So it's devastating, and I think with any kind of struggle that you have, there's going to bring change. And to the destination, I think awareness to some of the issues maybe that there were 6 months ago, that 6 months down the road we're not going to have again. So hopefully the change will be positive and everything will come back to where it was or better. But thanks.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. The next question is basically going to be for the travel agents in the room. Before we talk about the specifics of what makes the DR so awesome right now, unfortunately, we have to relive some of the negative stuff earlier this year. I want to know how you guys handled it right when kind of this wave of panic was starting. And just to remind the public, there was one incident earlier this year where a woman alleged she was assaulted at a hotel. That was followed up by a couple who had a mysterious death. And while those 2 incidences deserve to be treated with sensitivity and obviously looked into, what followed was a ridiculous attempt by the media to connect incidences dating back to 2011 and somehow tried to imply that all this was the same story. I mean, some reports even went to the lengths of trying to say that David Ortiz shooting in a street that was nowhere near a resort was somehow involved in a tourism epidemic. And as a media member myself, I was quite ashamed to see the way some of these other publications were risking the economy of a country just to get ratings and just to sell newspapers. And I was a little disappointed by that. But I'm a little curious to hear how it was in the beginning. I mean, were your phones ringing off the hook? Were your inboxes full? What were you telling your clients? And yourself, what were you doing yourselves to educate? Because you do want to make sure that there's either legitimacy or no legitimacy to these claims before you do recommend somebody visiting the country. So I would just like to hear kind of how it was, you know, when this epidemic of fake news kind of started to hit full force. So I guess we'll start with you, Tom. You got the mic already, so that makes perfect sense.
Okay. Well, from my standpoint, you know, sadly, we've become very adept at dealing with all the fake news media. I think all of you are probably very aware that Mexico has dealt with some of those same type of allegations, the same ongoing news stories that seem to take on a life of their own, that are purely driven by the media, you know, based on their want and need to drive clicks or to have sensationalized stories out there in the media. So we've unfortunately become very adept at that. And what we really try to do is help our clients understand, you know, not to make rash decisions, to wait till all the information comes out, to better understand the facts behind what's being reported, and take time to do that. So obviously we're looking at all the bookings that were pending, you know, reaching out to clients or responding to their communication to us to help them understand the experience that we've personally had with the destination and how that factors into our confidence level and our ability to communicate, you know, what's really happening on the ground to our clients so that they can make an informed decision about their upcoming trip. And, you know, thankfully we're able to do that successfully. We didn't have any clients cancel their trips. You know, in some cases, some of them got a price reduction. Those of them that purchased travel protection with ALG got a price reduction, so they were happy about that. And we continue ongoing communication. And then from my standpoint, I've always been very aggressive. I have a pretty aggressive blog out there on Facebook that I sponsored, you know, bought advertising for, to try to inform the public as well as my own clients about what's really happening, as opposed to what they're seeing in the media.
What's the blog called?
It's called For the Love of Punta Cana, Take the Trip.
Figured I'd give you a little plug there.
Well, I only had 2 clients going to Punta Cana when all of this started. Neither of them called and asked for a change of plans or a refund. I did reach out to them proactively just to make sure that they were okay with the trip. One had trip insurance and one didn't have trip insurance. They were very eager to still support the destination. I think it's just the level of maybe the level of information that they had, and they were not afraid because they already knew of the island, already knew of the country, and know that anything can happen anywhere, and that this explosion of bad connection of a few incidents was not going to ruin their trip. So I was very fortunate that it didn't affect my numbers as much as others.
At the time that the news broke, I did not have any clients booked to Dominican Republic, but shortly thereafter I had some inquiries about where to go. And like I said, I always push Dominican Republic because I love it personally, and I got a lot of pushback from it. And of course, everyone was in a state of panic. But I just really tried to encourage them to continue to book because, you know, just letting them know that they should not jump to conclusions. Like, we have to wait, acknowledging the fear, because fear is real. We should acknowledge that, yes, I know you are afraid, but let's wait and see what really happened. And then after, you know, and me as the travel agent, my clients trusting me as a person, it kind of put people's mind at ease. So I'm starting to get some more bookings slowly, but I think it just has to do with the relationship with the client. people are going to be panicky, and you just have to calm them down, and that's what worked with me. Just the conversations and just saying, let's wait and see, and not to jump to conclusions.
Okay, so during the time the media broke, well, the negative media broke, I didn't personally have any DR trips booked, but I had colleagues that did. I noticed that what they did, they continued to come here. They continued to go in our group and post them here on vacation, even as, more news came out with the negativity. Once the FBI came back with their reports, what we did is we made sure, okay, it's not being shared a lot, so we need to share this. If you notice, once the results came back, it wasn't everywhere like the negative news was. So we felt that it was our job to, spread the word, it's still safe, no worries, and also continue to come on our own.
When the news broke about, all these bad things going on, I think, there was a little bit of hesitation from my clients. They were a little bit more distant. For a while, it was a little bit quiet, not as many inquiries about Dominican Republic. But some other people actually were like, okay, great, the prices are gonna be amazing. I actually booked a destination wedding for next year because they're like amazed. It's gonna be, great value. They're excited about it, It's just, we live in Chicago. I mean, I am more afraid to go in Chicago on the street, than I am afraid to come out, to this beautiful destination. You just have to calm down your clients and make sure they trust you. You have to build that trust and just, calm them down and like, you're okay, I got you, you'll be okay. I think that's the most important. If they trust you, you'll be okay. They'll be okay. Thank you.
I didn't have any specific bookings to the DR when all this happened, but being a travel advisor, people ask my opinion when things are in the news. And I think it's really important to keep perspective. I've traveled to many countries around the world, many of which people think are unsafe, by myself. And again, I think that's our role, is to inform people, give them perspective, and then ultimately, the decision is up to them. Like we're saying, in the US, there's cities that are unsafe. So it's really about sharing all the amazing things and your personal experience and allowing the clients to, make that decision on their own. But I think keeping perspective with regard to safety and around the world is really important, and the DR is just as safe as any other destination, in my opinion. So
I had a wedding group booked when the news came out about the events in the Dominican Republic, and thankfully the bride and groom had already previously experienced the hospitality of the Dominican Republic, and they were really passionate about the destination. And it held a special place, it held a special meaning to them. So I gave them the facts and gave them their options, and them, along with me reassuring their guests, we were able to put everyone's minds at ease, and I allowed them to make their own decision, and they decided to come, and they had an amazing, amazing trip. So.
I think when the news came out about Tammy Lawrence and the issue that happened to her at a resort here, it was a pretty big knee-jerk reaction. When I read the news, my first thought was, oh man, how many calls am I going to get? How many emails am I going to get? What's going on? What happened? So, the first thing we do is we research it and we learn as much as we can about the facts that we can, and we can only, portray that back to the clients that we talk with. They may have watched 1 minute and a half long news clip on 60 Minutes about it while we read 25 articles. But the incident is real. It happened, and I think the news portrayal of it made it seem as if it was the Dominicans' fault, because it happened at a resort here. That could have happened at a resort anywhere, any location, any destination. It's not the Dominican Republic's fault. It's not her fault. There's bad people, bad things happen, and it's an unfortunate event. But it was a knee-jerk reaction in my area, being from Springfield, Missouri, so maybe a smaller community compared to a Chicago, because I've also lived in Chicago, and there's a big difference in people's perceptions. In Southwest Missouri, when all you see is that 6 o'clock news, and you go to church on Sunday, and you hear that story, you no longer want to go to somewhere because you think the whole country is unsafe, which isn't a fact. So from a bigger city, a bigger market, you know, hey, something happened, I get a better price, let's go. Smaller markets, it was a very big knee-jerk reaction. I had cancellations, I had changes. People asked the question, well, why would I go there when I can go to so many other places in the world? And it's a valid question. So at the time when it happened, we moved some folks from the destination to other areas while we waited for the facts and more information to come out. And now I'm very confident with sending folks back here, because I know it's not the Dominican Republic that caused any of this. So thanks.
This is a really good time to really harp on the value of the advisor. We are hyper-connected, and especially the people in this room who were selected for more of a social media presence and connection. We're friends with the reps from the hotels, with the tourism boards, with the reporters like Joe. So we're getting constant updates much quicker than somebody who's watching the news, who sees a 5-second report on what's going on, because we're seeing a stream of information constantly through our news feed. I have friends who were waiters at the villa I stayed at last time I was here who are uploading pictures. Joe is sharing stories that he's written based on his personal experience. I have other advisor friends who are there. So you're getting not just news, and you're getting information from other advisors and other tourism hospitality people that really helps you make sure that you know firsthand experience what people are actually experiencing there. So I think that the main thing is finding trustworthy sources, which is super important in today's world beyond just working with an advisor. So whether it's any kind of service, having someone that you trust their information is really important when there's just a huge amount of fake news and sensationalized stories out there in the media. And I do want to say that millennial travelers are really not as afraid as, I hate to say it, other generations, because they see their friends on Instagram who are here right now, and they're like, oh, that's not that scary. And they want the value, and they see, oh, it's actually half the price if I go right now. Don't quote me on that. It's probably not exactly half the price, but it's much cheaper if I go now, and I want to take advantage of that, and I'm going to be smart, and I'm going to read articles, and I'm going to make sure to exercise caution, but I'm going to go. So I haven't dealt with anything, other than a couple people being like, be careful what you drink there, and me telling them they're stupid. So we're at a point now where I'm not even seeing any of the comments from me being here. Not one person has messaged me or asked me about my experience or said anything negative at all. People are just saying like, wow, that water looks gorgeous.
So when the news broke out, we had a lot of bookings for the Dominican Republic. Quite a few destination weddings. Some of them did cancel. We did move them. It wasn't the bride and the groom that wanted to change. It was their guests. They were scared to come. These were destination weddings that were planned for 2020. We told them to wait. The pricing will probably change. Unfortunately, we did lose quite a few bookings. We talked about it in the office. We discussed, different ideas, how we were going to approach it, and really trying to educate people that would call in and tell them, let's just wait on this. The news, it's all new. Give it some time. The destination's beautiful. I was already scheduled to come down to the DR in June. I was coming down to do a destination wedding training with Casa de Campo, and I came as scheduled and posted everything from mini bars to food to the beach to just being outside the destination and how safe it is. After that, I believe some of my clients that were still booked followed suit. They came down, they loved it. They did post on my social media that they were here. So just educating again. trying to get your agents to be proactive with the destination. It is a great value, so people that, maybe couldn't afford to go on a vacation are now relooking at it and coming to the Dominican, seeing that we've been here. I love this destination. Every time I come, I feel more, it's beautiful. The people are lovely, and it's a great value. I do put out a newsletter once a month through my marketing, so we do let everybody know that I personally was in destination. This is my third time. So I do want to try to rebuild the Dominican with our clients and let them know that it is a safe destination to come to.
So just a couple of things about, when the news broke. How did it affect our agency? How did it affect our clients? So we actually had 2 destination weddings. Actually, they were both coming here to the Hard Rock. And both brides wanted to still come back here to the DR. Their biggest problem was their families. And, when you're having a destination wedding, it's not always at the location, but you want your family around. So they were very concerned. They both moved their weddings to other parts of the country. Oh, by the way, they both moved to Mexico, which in the last news cycle, was tainted booze, cartels, drugs, right? So this has all been a very interesting time in this industry. So when's the next Zika? When's it going to happen again? Who's it going to be next? Yesterday, it was Mexico again, right? 3 weeks ago, it was Costa Rica, because 16 people died in Costa Rica. Did they mention that 800 people have been shot in Chicago so far this year? It's amazing. Our agency is in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. That's where TravelSmiths is located. And we're at the Jersey Shore. However, I'm 50 minutes from Newark. I'm 50 minutes from Camden, which, by the way, is the 3rd highest murder rate in the country. So you look around and you're just waiting for the next shoe to drop. But the thing is, it's all about information. It's what we're here for. We're here to educate our clients. We're here to do the right thing. And also, we're not going to send our clients to a place that, oh, wait, it's dangerous, unless they want to go someplace dangerous. Most don't. So that being said, we're here to educate. We're here to help. And I do appreciate the time to have this few moments to speak about what we do and what has happened.
The media, they're actually, for us as travel agents, our main focus is to sell travel, to get our clients out, to travel the world. The media, their job is to break the news. And sometimes, we appreciate that the media wants to keep everybody up to date and informed. But sometimes it's who can break the news first. And when that happens, if the full facts are not there, the rippling effect affects so many people. It affects not only the country, it affects the industry all across, When this happened, we did have just 1 or 2 cancellations within our agency. But our main focus was to reassure, tell our clients, it is a safe country. Let's wait for, if we have to wait to see what the media comes out with, okay, we assure you, your safety is the most concern. We will do what makes you feel comfortable. Would we travel there? Yes. Even after the media broke with these news, we had 2 agents travel to DR, not only to promote, but one was a personal trip with her daughter. So she could go, experience the country, experience the food, enjoy the destination, and they had a fabulous time. Fabulous time. So I hope, not only with this forum, but what's coming out will help bring back the economy to the country will bring back assurance to the people and let them know that, you know what, there's news out there. Sometimes it can be false, sometimes it'll be true, but trust in the people that are there to assist. Trust in the people that are in the countries will do their best to keep you safe. And, you know, we look forward to sending our clients, we look forward to, you know, helping DR as well as all the other countries that have been affected by, you know, false advertisement, false news. It is our job as agents, as people in this industry, as who we are, and just to promote these beautiful countries. The same way, you know, people want to travel to our country, we want to send people to their country. That's why we're here.
You were telling me you secured a 100-person wedding booking to the Hard Rock Punta Cana in the middle of all this. How were you able to do that?
Yes, so we had a 100 guest wedding here earlier this year, and when it was amazing. It was, you know, when the media broke, I had guests contact us, I had the bride contact us and say, hey Rasheen, is this okay? You know, what can we do to alleviate any stress or questions that our guests might have? I said, the media have come out with this. You know, it could be several reasons what's happening, but I assure you, especially, we're sending you to Hard Rock and Punta Cana. The partnerships that we have with our partners in who we are booking with, as well as with Hard Rock Hotels, your safety is their #1 concern. They are not putting out there something. If something was not okay, they would tell us. They would inform us because of the relationship that we have with them. They would tell us, Rasheen, we suggest this. Yes, they did everything that they can to accommodate other people's requests, but when it came to this group, they didn't want to move. They were happy. They were so happy that they came. The bride had a beautiful destination wedding on a beautiful day on the beach. Her pictures were amazing. Her clients looked, our clients looked amazing. They had such a wonderful time. They did activities, they did tours, there were boat excursions they took out. And when they came back, you know, there was one particular post about DR. And because one of Tom Verghese from the agency, he posted promoting after his trip that DR is the place to go back to. And this was about end of July. And one of the responses was a negative response. But our bride responded to that post saying, we just had our destination wedding with Travel Tom. We had an amazing time. Not only did we have an amazing time, we had the time of our lives, and all our guests had an amazing time. And that's what we want everyone to know. Not only our clients, but I've heard it from other travel advisors, that they send people there, they send people to DR, they have guests come back with positive raves. And it is our job to let them know that it's a good country, come back, come back. This is where, you know, you will enjoy, you will have, it is a safe destination. Whatever questions you may have or may not have, we're here to answer it. So, yeah. Okay.
So I actually did not have any active bookings to the DR when all of the news broke out. But since then, I have had tons of people reach out to me and just be like, hey, you know, what's going on? We were thinking about maybe going to the DR, but now we're kind of, you know, a little bit concerned. Like, you know, what do you think? I had a few people turn down the destination in proposals and choose to go other places. And you know, that's unfortunate, but expected for the circumstance. But I think it just puts a lot of value, and I feel very honored to be in the position that I'm in, to be able to be a voice of truth, and you know, especially having the opportunity to come down here and show people firsthand, you know, what it's like through our social media and through word of mouth and through our blog posts and opportunities like this forum, you know, just to get back and say, hey, you know, yes, there was a couple bad things in the media, but here are all the wonderful, you know, reasons that you should come. And here's the truth. I came down here. I traveled by myself to get here. I've eaten everything that's been put in front of me. I've drank everything that's been put in front of me. And I've gone out, I've met locals, I've done everything, and I've never felt unsafe. I've never felt concerned. And so I'm very excited to be able to go back and share that. And so hopefully some of those clients that decided to go to other places over the last few months are able to kind of reconsider the DR through a different lens. And just to be able to serve as that voice of truth to my clients. A lot of my clients are, especially the younger generations who haven't traveled quite as much, are really looking to us as the experts and as the professionals, and they trust our experience and they trust our advice. And like I would with any client, I would tell them to be safe anywhere they go. New York, or Europe, or Australia, or their own backyard for that matter. Like, you need to be safe everywhere you go, but there's no reason to feel more concerned coming to the DR than anywhere else.
We also value our partnership with TravAlliance. We have travvax.org that we have launched together collectively. That is to break this myth, right? And really bring the source of truth, so it's fact versus fiction. And we go through the stories and we break out what is real and what is not. I think that is a great source for all of you as well, to point your clients in that direction to learn and to continue to build upon that truth. In terms of deals, this has never been a better time, as all of you have said, to begin to have the value to come back to the destination. We have deals out there that have never been out there before, with airline deals, $600 instant credits, $300 instant credits, spa credits, anything to bring the people back to the destination and to experience it to its fullest. We've partnered with our company Amstar to bring exclusive experiences that have never been experienced before. I know many of you have experienced the safari, which was the #1 experience or excursion that is here. So we'd love more of our customers to come and experience that as well. Amstar also brings a level of safety to your customers, because we have the transportation. Right when you get out of the airport, you're greeted with an Amstar representative who greets you and takes you directly to the hotel. So the safety and care that we have with our brands is what we want to bring to all of you, so you can feel comfortable and confident with your customers as well. The deals, I would say that, again, never more deals than now. I think that also our company has something that nobody else has, and that's our nonstop exclusive vacation flights. This is a risk that we take as a company to make memories for your customers, and I'm so proud that we have that to offer. So nonstop flights from Philadelphia, from St. Louis, from Chicago, and from the Detroit area. So how can you get your clients to the beach faster? So this is the time to do it. We've got, what do we have coming up where the kids are off? We've got President's Week where the kids are off. We've got Easter coming. We are wide open with values that you can book now. So start thinking about the value proposition with Kids Fly Free, Kids Stay Free, all of these amenities in addition to the nonstop flights that get you there faster. So I'm looking forward to having you spread the word and having us continue to educate you and provide you with the information that you all need, so that you can feel even more confident about the source of truth and what is fact versus fiction, in our partnership with TravAlliance as well.
Miriam, can you speak a little bit about what the tourism board is doing to combat a lot of the negative news? Any kind of campaigns? I mean, obviously, the travFORUM like this is one initiative you guys are taking. You've been pretty aggressive, but maybe you could just speak about what you're doing from the tourism side to try to clear up a lot of the false reports.
We really feel very sorry for the loss of the people that died here in DR. It was an amazing fake news out there, because it was a lot of actually a couple of insulated events that happened, and at the beginning we didn't realize why was that to the news. because we know that can happen something that is not going to be true. So I thank all of you. Always trust that the Dominican Republic, the only thing that we really matters is our tourists. This is the second largest economy in the country. So we really protect the tourists. We love the people. We love life. So there is nothing here that can happen to any of your tourists, any of your clients. So thank you so much for the confidence and for all of your help, because we really need that. We really need that now, and our people depends on the tourists. So we really take care of them.
All right, now let's start immediately selling the DR. This second, I'm going to go around and ask all the agents. Tell me about one or two of the highlights that you think you could sell from your time at the travFORUM. Obviously, there's going to be some repeat answers, so if you want to pick another selling point, please. But if you want to say the same one, you could do that. But please offer just a different perspective, or try to say something that another agent didn't say, because I'm willing to bet there's going to be at least five people who are going to talk about that Outback Adventures safari experience. But we'll start with you, Molly, since you got the mic already. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. We'll start with Marissa. I'm sorry.
No pressure. Since you alluded to it already, yes, definitely the Outback Safari. Basically, what I found really interesting is I lose my attention span when I have a guide a lot of times, because they kind of just go on about facts and read it out. We had the most interesting, fun, friendly guide named Angel, who was he loved his job. He taught us things about the island and the history that I certainly didn't know. And I found myself listening and being able to tell, the story of, DR and Haiti and all these things that we learned about that I really just didn't know. And typically when you do have guests coming here, they want their all-inclusive, they want to sit by the beach, they're not really experiencing the country at all. So we just did a half day. It was really quick, but we were able to learn about the destination on the ride over. We were able to meet Angel and Leo, the driver, who were super friendly and super informative. We were able to, see how certain local products are made. We saw some of the nature sites. So it was really nice to get out of the resort and really, get to experience the local culture a lot more. And I'm sorry if I took away what everybody else wanted to say.
So I received a phone call on Friday before we were leaving for this destination. Had some clients that wanted to leave on Monday to go away. And I suggested that they should look at the Dominican, because I was going to be in country on Sunday. They were a little hesitant on where they wanted to go, but others had also educated them on maybe going to the DR because it's a great value. So Friday night, we ended up booking a family of 4 to the Hard Rock Punta Cana. They arrived on Monday, and the reason why they chose this destination is because they felt comfortable that I was going to be in destination. I was going to be at the same hotel that they were at. Didn't know these clients, but they were so happy that I was going to be here. The hotel was able to put some of my travel documents as a welcome for them when they arrived. So just that little extra personal touch. And yesterday, I actually met the guest in the lobby, and they were so happy that they decided to come here and stay at Hard Rock Punta Cana. And they felt so welcomed here. And today they were going out doing excursions, and I think they're totally at ease, and they're going to be able to go home and tell people that this is a great destination to feel comfortable being here. So I think that was a great experience to be able to educate them and actually meet them in destination, and they are out enjoying themselves.
What I really appreciated on this trip was the ability to go to the various types of hotels. Normally we try to sell the higher end hotel. We had the fabulous experience at the luxurious Secrets Cap Cana. We had the exciting experience here at the Hard Rock. We had the wonderful family experience at the Dreams Dominicus, and we had the very varied experience at the Ryu Complex, which will be able to, more budget-minded clients will have. So we ran the gamut from the luxurious all the way to the budget, something for everything on this island. And the Outback Safari was wonderful. I mean, I have never experienced that because I usually just take 3 short days to come to the DR, and we never get a chance to go outside like that. This was a fabulous experience. But the gamut of running from the luxury to the more budget-minded, to me, was a wonderful experience that I can impart to my clients.
So having been to the DR many times before, I've done a bunch of things here. You know, we've certainly seen some beautiful hotels, but there were 2 things that actually stuck out to me. Going on the Outback Safari, which was a load of fun, but I actually had an opportunity to go down into a river, hop on an inner tube, relax in the water, and I almost fell asleep. That's how relaxed and safe I feel the DR is. The other thing was, we had an amazing lunch yesterday on Spectacular Beach overlooking the Caribbean Sea. And it was so beautiful and so relaxing. I think that we as advisors need to point out these special little moments that are going to last a lifetime. It's what we do, it's what we're here for, and just a tremendous opportunity to be able to do this. We are the luckiest people ever.
One second, Paul. Can you tell me who you would pitch that to? What kind of client you think would be the right fit for the DR in general, and even some of the specific stuff, Secrets Cap Cana, the Outback? What kind of clients you think would be into that?
So first and foremost, I would really like to pitch the Outback adventure to anyone who comes here, because I think the culture and the education piece of it was fantastic. Right? It's good to get off property. It's good to get to meet the people, as opposed to coming to a compound and sitting there and sitting on the beach. Not that it doesn't have its merits, because it certainly does. But being able to experience life. Look, we sell experiences. We sell memories that last a lifetime. It's what we do. It's how we educate. Who are we going to sell secrets to? God, just about anybody. You know, it was so beautiful. And the food was ridiculously good. And the service, of course, over the top.
Thanks.
Thank you.
The experience that I had here was amazing. Again, as everyone else so far has mentioned, the Outback adventure. That in particular stood out for me because the tour guide described just how the locals live. When you look at how kids go to school, how they have to work, but at the same time they have different schedules in the times that they attend school depending on what grade they are. Some kids have to walk a mile just to get to their school. You know, you learn to appreciate what this country has to offer, what we get in the country that we live in, but how another country lives, and just to know that you're not just secluded within a resort, but when you get out, you get to see, you experience the food, the culture, we got to try cocoa, which was raw cocoa, which surprisingly I didn't know if you eat the bean before you take out the outer coating, it tastes like mango. Which was actually very sweet and was very surprising. I love this country. I will continue to sell it to our clients who are bachelor groups, bachelorette groups, to honeymooners. I love it for destination weddings. The beaches are beautiful, the properties are beautiful. Hard Rock especially has so much to offer, not just for families, but for adults, as well as their party scene, their liveliness. They have a casino here that has so much to offer. They have amazing drinks and amazing food and everything that a client is looking for. They have a good kids club, a wide range of stuff, and Secrets, it is adults only, but for honeymooners, beautiful property. Beautiful, beautiful property. As well as the other two properties, Dreams and Reuse, that we saw, great for families. Great for families who are looking just to get away, relax, just take a break, and just have just some time to themselves.
So with this being my first time in the DR, I kind of had an idea of what it was like just from what I've heard, of other colleagues and friends that have been down here. I knew the beaches were beautiful. I knew they had these big, nice resorts that were, fun, had all the activities and all that. But and those things are certainly true. And I was blown away by, actually getting down here and experiencing it. But something that really stuck out to me was just the hospitality. I feel like, especially at the different resorts that we've seen and through the safari excursion and just everything that we've done, the people have made it, even better than it would have been. It's like we're doing these wonderful things and we're eating this incredible food and sitting on these beautiful beaches, and that's all been absolutely wonderful. But I think the people and the staff are really just making it an above and beyond experience for me. And I alluded to this a little bit earlier, but something that I've been really impressed with as well in seeing all of the different hotels is that I truly think you could find a place in the DR for any type of client. We were, walking around yesterday, and as we were walking through the different resorts, I was like, oh, I know which one of my clients would love this. And then we go to another one, and I was like, oh, I've got a family in mind, for this resort. So that was really, really cool to me because I just feel like I could truly sell this to almost any of my clients. I had actually sent a proposal out to a client of mine for the Secrets Cap Cana yesterday morning, and I was like, hey, I really think this would be a great mother-daughter trip. I was like, I really think this would be great for you guys, and if you give me about 2 hours, I'll call you from there and be able to show it to you, show you all the videos and all of that. And so I think they're gonna do it, and I'm super excited to have gotten to add that little extra personal touch for that. But I truly think that there's so much opportunity here, and there's so much diversity in the different resorts, and they're very accommodating for a lot of different types of clients. So I think that it definitely has the variety that anyone would need in a destination.
So my biggest takeaway is that in addition to all of the amazing things that each of these resorts has to offer, the Hard Rock, our host hotel for this event, what a fantastic property this is. I was also struck too by all of the amazing people that we met along the way.
The highlight for DR for me has been that it's just like home. It's been warm, accommodating. The people have been very open. The hospitality has been fantastic. I think that DR has a place for any traveler looking to party all night long or looking to just come and relax, enjoy the beach, enjoy the ocean, enjoy snorkeling. So I know that the properties that we were able to visit, I have something I can sell to my groups, to my ladies, groups that love to travel together. I can also sell them for the honeymooners, that I have 3 couples next year. So it's definitely something I'm going to put in my package to pitch to them. Also to sell to some of my couples who like villa life and try and sway them a little bit to some other properties that they have not seen in a beautiful destination where the weather has been fantastic for the days that we've been here. Even the rain when it came was pleasant. So the DR is definitely home.
A lot of things have stuck out to me since my stay here in the Dominican Republic. 3 things in particular. I was struck by Secrets Cap Cana, that it was handicap accessible. I am an advocate for accessible travel, with my father being in a wheelchair, so I'm always on the lookout for things that he can do. And I was struck that there was a pavement that went from the walkway to the beach. And that really made me excited. I'm like, my dad can come and he can enjoy this, and so can so many other people. And that really hit me close to my home, to my heart, I'm sorry. So that was really great. Also, I would pitch Dominican Republic for wellness. I had an amazing spa experience yesterday in the Hard Rock Spa. It totally transformed me. It was luxurious. It was rich. It was zen-like. And I came in stressed, and I left feeling like a limp Lulu. And I know that our job, we sell memories, and we also sell wellness. I mean, people want to go on vacation to rejuvenate. And I think that the experience that I had yesterday was over the top amazing. And when I went to Secrets Cap Cana, I also paid attention to the spa because I'm a spa lover, and it gave me the same type of vibe. So I would really pitch this for girlfriend retreats, something that's intimate, something that's special. Let's get together and do something that's going to help us all. So girlfriend retreats, bachelorette parties, just Dominican Republic has something for everything. But again, the handicap accessibility on some of these resorts is top notch.
So during my time in the DR, everything has been amazing. Like, there wasn't one place that we visited that I didn't find something that I just loved about it. My most memorable piece was the mermaids singing to us at dinner during sunset. Mermaids are my spirit animal, so that just talked to me, and I love seeing, the strollers being pushed down to the beach, and they had a walkway, the children were having a good time. I just love the fact that there really is something in the DR for everyone. There's no traveler, that would come here that wouldn't be satisfied with the decision. I think that's my most memorable part.
So like you've mentioned before, I think that events side of the hotels that we've seen, the things that we've done, I think everything was taken care of perfectly. I am confident that sending my clients to any of those resorts, the clients that plan events, that they have destination weddings, they have family reunions, I'm confident in sending them to any of the properties we've seen. That dinner last night at Dreams, La Romana, amazing. Like you said, mermaids, come on. I think that was beautiful with the sunset backdrop, amazing. Same with Secrets Cap Cana, top notch. There was not one thing wrong during that lunch we had. Another thing that stood out for me is, since I am specializing in family travel and multi-generational travel, I think the multi-room suites at Dreams Dominicus, that I can sell, no problem. There's so many families that I can think of right now that's what they're looking for. They want their kids separate. They want 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom suites. I think that's going to be amazing. And another thing that stood out to me was just the possibility to come down here and be able to experience all this, take all the pictures. I already had 2-3 people contact me on social media. They're like, hey, when are you coming back? We're ready to book DR. So I am looking forward to coming home tomorrow and getting back to work and sending clients here.
I obviously, as a travel advisor, our job is to know the properties and the destination, but I really view myself as a travel designer and a curator of experiences. And part of what I do when I visit a destination is really seek out those things that they can't find on their own or they can't book on their own. And two of the things that really stood out to me that we experienced was that private lunch on the beach. It was absolutely every detail was taken care of. Beautiful flower arrangements, the service, a full bar. To me, knowing that and having that in your back pocket to offer somebody is truly special. And then the dinner experience that we had last night, to have to walk out onto this private pier with a beautiful band playing live music and you have a private bar, to me, it's really curating those type of experiences, and those are available here, and I'm really glad we got to experience them, so that, you know, those are special things beyond the beautiful properties and, you know, the standard things that we can offer, you know, that can make a trip here extremely special, and I really enjoyed participating in those.
So many people think of the Dominican Republic as just all-inclusive resorts and partying, and what I've really learned on this trip is that, and being a part of the travFORUM, is that the destination really is what you make it. So the Outback Safari that everybody has spoken so highly of, it allows you to immerse yourself into the local culture and get into the villages. And what I'm really looking forward to going home after this is to customize a trip for my clients that really allows them to experience their version of this magical destination. And also just getting to meet the hotel representatives and meet tour guides, it adds another layer of security for my clients too, because I have personal relationships with these people now, and I just think that there's something for everyone here, and I can't wait to share it with my clients.
I think for me, the two things I'm going to take away from this most are, for me, first and foremost, the Secrets Cap Cana. It's solidified. It's my #1 adult-only resort on the island. I'm always looking, you know, people ask you that question, what's your favorite? What's the best? And seen a lot of the resorts here, and that has literally solidified. It's my #1, without question. The attention to detail at that property, if you just walk through the grounds, the flowers, when we walk through other hotels, you might notice something out of place, something, maybe a trash can that needs to be emptied, or any small little details. I noticed at Secrets Cap Cana, the attention to detail was just outstanding. And that beach, I think we can all agree, will rival about any beach out there in the Caribbean. So the second thing for me, and you talked about it, Wendy, with you know, the great deals, but the experiences, why don't we pair those together? You know, when we did the Outback Safari and we all loved it, instead of just pitching, hey, it's a great deal to the Dominican, include that Outback Safari maybe in your quote as part of the vacation, right? It's still going to be a great value for them. And a hotel like the Hard Rock with our resort credits, I think some of the ladies use for the spa, this is a great hotel to use to really get people to experience the destination on its own. I think the 75% off essentially for select tours, activities, and excursions makes this hotel a great value. So for me, I know going back, when I pitch the DR, it's going to include an activity with their itinerary. It's not just going to be the low price. It's going to say, you're getting this, we're going to do a private transfer, and we're going to include an Outback Safari. So really include it all together. For me, it's Secrets Cap Cana.
I think it would be hospitality.
The beautiful beaches. Yeah.
Breathtaking.
I would say beauty. Yes, it's beautiful all over. The people and the places. I know, but.
So she took my word, but it was going to be beauty. But I'm going to say just breathtaking.
Serenity.
Spectacular.
Happiness.
Presidente.
Experiential.
Friendliness.
Welcoming.
Breathtaking.
Hospitality.
Relaxation.
Service.
Warmth. Excellent, guys. On behalf of Travel Lines Media, on behalf of Apple Leisure Group Vacations, on behalf of the DR Tourism Board, we want to thank all of you for coming. I'm sorry, and also the Hard Rock Punta Cana, can't leave out that awesome resort. We want to thank all of you for taking part in this. This is the way to get the word out. It's by having experts like you and having your clients see you here to know that you're putting your money where your mouth is and you're not just saying it's safe and not trying it out for yourself. And we want to thank you, the viewer, for taking your time out to further educate yourself so you could spread the word to the clients about what the real DR is, and that is safety, beauty, and at the current moment, the best deals you're ever going to get in the Caribbean. Thank you for joining us. Take care. All right, everybody.